Check. Well, there's my sound back. I'd like to know why that stopped. I just moved this. Check. Huh. I don't know why the sound quit working. Boy, that's a strange one. MCJK has got his eye on me now, so I probably should tighten up a little bit. No, I don't have any other way to actually test this or check it other than what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing this to aggravate you all. I'm not, I'm trying to get this damn thing to work. So you probably hear me blabbing in the background if my voice is working. Yeah, there it is. Blabbing in the background if my voice is working. All right. I don't change the latency. I don't see how to adjust anything. So maybe if somebody, one of my faithful few, one of the band of brothers knows more about this than I do, I mean, you can always email me at jtee710@gmail.com. You can always send me a postcard to P.O. Box 71 to the Ogre at P.O. Box 71, Edenville, Edenville, Michigan, 48620. And yeah, I mean, I got a post office box. It's like, I really don't care too terribly much if people know where I live. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, I drive here from the little town I live next to several times. It wouldn't be hard to find me. I think the problem would be is some of the folks that would want to find me wouldn't be happy when they did. I'll leave it at that because I was about to say I'm not a shit talker, and then what I was going to do is kind of talk shit in a subversive way. But it's just a stone cold fact that most of the people that would say they want to find me don't want to find me. So I guess now that I see this is probably working, I'm going to try to leave you with a little bit of wisdom here. No beer yet. No beer. Unusual, I guess, to see me drinking a Coca-Cola. But this is what I drink when I'm not drinking beer. I have one or two a day. I tried to run a game on the American people in the largest way. It is stunningly obvious right now to anyone that is being objective, to anyone that doesn't live or die by their political affiliation, that Robert Mueller was used, that he doesn't know what's in his report. He said that Christopher Steele was outside of his purview. Listen, if I'm going to be accused of a crime, I want to know one thing first and foremost. What is the basis of you believing that I committed a crime? And if your basis is Christopher Steele, you better know it. And you should know if he's credible, reliable, if it's a Perkins Coie, Fusion GPS, if the basis of this started with the corrupt Hillary Clinton campaign for president, these are some of the John Podesta, the child molester, John Podesta, the man that left a map on his napkin at the pizza place. I mean, we know what a map is. It's semen, it's DNA. We know why they use the towel, the napkins, the hankies, because they would place the hankies underneath the child that they were going to sexually violate. And they would collect the blood, the fecal matter, the semen. I don't talk about these things much because I delved deep into it. It's one of my most popular videos that I've done, Pizzagate. The monsters, the pictures. I mean, and when you go, you can't, if you stare into the abyss long enough, you become the abyss. That's not just something people say, that is the truth. So they prop this old man up, that look on his face. his mouth hanging open. He's staring and studying, trying to understand the English language. The man not only didn't know what was in his report, he had an extremely difficult time grasping simple concepts put forth in his native tongue. This man was used. It's like it's as if remember when AMF bought Harley? Anybody? I'm old enough to vaguely remember. I was very young. The Harleys were junk. And the AMF, they make bowling pin setters for bowling, for the game bowling. And now they're making Harley Davidsons. They put the Harley Davidson name on this pin setter. AMF, nothing worked. They were junk. They rattled. And Harley's junk anyway, if you ask me. The new ones are junk, if you ask me. I like BMWs and Hondas. It's all I've ever ridden. I've ridden Harleys, own Harleys. They're junk. So I don't ride them anymore. I want something I can ride. I want something that I don't feel like rode me. I don't ride for the speed and to go out for 15 or 20 minutes or go down the tail of the dragon or something like that, which I've been down, but I've been down in a GSL 1100, 1982 GSL 1100 cruiser, but down in my Go. I mean, I've been down in big cruising bikes, never on a crotch rocket because I rode my motorcycle there. So yeah, I'm digressing. So you have Harley, but it was just the name stuck on this inferior product. That's what we have here. We have Muller. The name stuck on this inferior product. I'm saying it's inferior because I had to go back and look, and I found a little bit, very little bit of Muller from a few years back, and he was a different person, either because he's acting right now and he's playing dumb, or possibly because he really is dumb. And listen, addled, older, early onset dementia. I mean, he was having trouble understanding the English language. It wasn't the voice of God. It was the voice of Gomert from Texas. I mean, come on. And he couldn't. And then someone was like, well, have you ever... I just seen somebody talk about it because he couldn't see who was talking to him. They're like, well, have you ever given a deposition in front of Congress, in front of the House? No. Well, you don't know. They're all talking up there and it's coming through. But you can see, and they just called his name and the name plaques in front of everybody. The guy didn't know who was talking to him. He's looking around like he's hearing voices again. But there were people in charge of this. They were 19 anti-Republican, Trump-hating, scorned morons. They got singed. They had this Weissman, right? Isn't that his name? Weissman, who attended Hillary Clinton's victory celebration, the one that she didn't attend, that John Podesta had to come out and said, well, go home, everybody. Hillary Clinton is too drunk right now to come out and address you. And they had the decency. She is not a decent person. One thing we can say about Trump, I don't find him to be a liar. He's hyperbolic at times, but 99% of what he says is absolute truth. The other 1% is the fish wasn't this big, it was this big. All right? We're all guilty of that. All of us. I'm going to wrap this up because I really didn't plan on saying much today. I just want to get this going, and it looks like I did. I'll be able to come on, at least right now, very easily, very simply, and communicate with you as I am right now. And until I can figure out how, there won't be many bells and whistles. But we'll figure it out. We need to open our eyes and realize that people that will do anything to have power over you are not the kind of people you want to have power over you. I don't want anyone to have power over me. I don't need it. I don't need a fun governor. I don't need someone to tell me when to wake up in the morning, when to go to bed at night, what drugs to use or not to use, how much beer to drink, how much coffee to drink, how much fat sugar, whatever it is. I don't need anyone to tell me what to do. I don't hurt anyone. I don't steal. I don't rape. These are the things. Don't hurt, don't kill, don't steal. These are the rules. These are the laws. Any other law, you have some human being, you're equal, sitting somewhere miles away, having no idea what your life is, who you are, where you come from, what your needs, desires, dreams are. And they make laws governing what you can smoke, what you can sell in your front yard, what you can. It blows my mind. And I, for one, stand up right now and say, no, not me. Go tell someone else what to do. That's why I live where I live now. It's easy for me to say that. But if I lived in downtown Detroit, I couldn't, because they would be there. I take that back, because downtown Detroit is largely unpopulated now, and people have reclaimed acres of land in downtown, in Detroit proper, where there's now homesteads. People are farming, and bears are back there. They don't talk about much in the news, but yes, there's still packs of wild dogs roaming. Detroit is going back to what it was before the white man got here, and which was just another place in this wonderful peninsula of Michigan. I'm not going to say anything bad about the white man. It's changed. I would have liked Michigan before, and I like Michigan now. I would have been right at home here in Michigan, where, I'm not going to remember his name now, but where a very famous Indian chief said he understood that man's heart away from nature becomes hard. And he counseled his people, this was in the early 1900s, to stay close to nature and not to get involved in this Western march into futurity, where technology and innovation would rule the day. And now technology and innovation is a wonderful thing. And when it comes to feeding the world, and when it comes to a lot of things, it's wonderful. But then look how many people are starving in our own country. It's the double-edged sword of, we can do all of these things, but usually we don't. Usually we don't. So myself, I would find myself, I believe, at home 350, 400 years ago here in Michigan, as much as I find myself at home now. And if I lived back then, I would don brain tan skins, buckskins. I would don my moccasins. I would doff my cowboy hat, and I would call myself brave. Why? Because when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Don't look around and try to change the Romans. If you don't like them, get the fuck out. If you don't like this country, if you want a socialist country, you have some to choose from. You don't have to stay here. I think of all the celebrities that warned that they would go to Canada if Donald Trump was elected. Well, Donald Trump was elected, and those assholes are still hanging around somewhere. And if you ask me, that's a bummer. So, folks, I think I've been all by myself on this stream here live, but that's okay. Somebody will come back and watch it later. I want to encourage you today, no matter where you're at, if you're in a city, go to the rooftop, get a box and some soil, cart it up there on the elevator. Grow your own food. That's what I'm going to try to get to. I'm about ready to plant some beets today. I plant some more summer squash, because yes, I still have a little bit of time. These plants can go and get matured and can produce more food for me. I can't convey to you fully how happy it makes me, the feeling that I get when I go out into what I tease Mrs. Ogre. I said, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to go shopping. This time of the year, that means my backyard. I only get the very staples from the store. Mrs. Ogre only gets the very staples from the store. We don't buy green peppers. Never really. I mean, in the winter, if we're dying for them, we'll get them if we don't have any frozen ones left, because I cut them into battens and put them in the freezer in sealed bags. And I have green peppers for usually the whole year. And if you have a month or two where you don't have some of the things you love, well, that's okay. When you get them, you love them that much more. I encourage you right now, grow your own marijuana, grow your own kratom, grow your own potatoes, tomatoes, broccoli, asparagus, grow it. Grow these things. The things that you can't grow, harvest. I think I'm going to take some time for myself today. I'm going to go down in the barn and I'm going to harvest about 7 or 8 big doves, big pigeons, mourning doves, pigeons. They're all these different classes of dove over there at my great aunt Marsh's farm, Marsh Farms here in beautiful Edenville, Michigan. And she don't mind. She's 96 years old. But she don't care that I kill the birds because they shit on her tractors and stuff. And in fact, as far as she's concerned, if it creeps, crawls, slithers, moves around, and it ain't a human being, it's on her property, kill it. If it's in her field, kill it. I was shocked because I remember going to Aunt Aline. I was like, Auntie Aline, I don't know how to ask you this, but can I go shoot? Kill them all. Go kill them. Kill the deer. Here, I got a block permit. Would you like to kill 15 deer? Go kill them all. And then, and it made sense because we so often confuse compassion with what is really evil. Myself, I'm evil with my chickens because I can't bring myself to kill them. I've killed enough. I feel, and this one said feel. It's bad for a farmer to feel. Farmers don't feel. Farmers produce food for people to eat. They don't take the PETA shame. They don't buy into the we need to do. I mean, now it's going to plants. They're saying, "Oh, this plant doesn't like that." Well, the plant doesn't know what the hell's going on. Neither does the chicken. You give a chicken a good, happy life when it's 8 months old, 7, 8 months old. You butcher it, you slaughter it, you eat it. The chicken lives on. You thin the herd. I know that's something from Far Cry 5. But look, now I've seemed to be on a roll and I'm here all by myself. So I think I might as well boogie woogie. I'm going to try to set up a stream tomorrow and see if I can't spend an hour or two with y'all tomorrow. We'll see if I can't get Mrs. Ogre and get her up in here and see if we can't have both of us speak to y'all just a little bit. Oh, somebody did come by. I got my thumbs down here. Got my the thumbs down patrol at 8:20 in the morning. Thank you so much, you soulless cocksucker. Your whole family is shit. You will never amount to anything. And, why don't you come talk to me? Why don't you tell me why you dislike me? It might do you some good. Get it off your chest. Let it go. And until then, be good to your friends. Be good to your family members. Be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seem to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because constant viewers, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and everything you know will depart from you.